Looking at my mother's pictures of how she used to dress back in the 80s. She was so classy, so vibrant. She loved mixing colors and prints. She just did a good job of picking some amazing pieces. I didn't really inherit any of her amazing pieces. I often ask her where they are now, and she says, I don't know. However, by me watching classical movies such as Audrey Hepburn, Marlene Dietrich, Ava Gardner, Lana Turner, I adopted a style, my own style, but with a modern twist. I try to still keep it fresh. I love the 80s. I actually love the 1920s all the way to the 1980s. So that's basically where all of my inspiration come from. I love high necks is my personal favorite. I love an A-line skirt, as I said before. Very ladylike and classy. I don't show much, but I will show a little when the time is right. Right time, right place. And let's see what else. I love designer heels. I don't dabble in vintage heels as much. I like to mix and match my vintage and designers, as I said before. So, and that's where my name, The Classic Dreamer, comes from. I always say that I am 90% vintage or 90% classic and 10% modern. And that's the way I think of my style. Vintage doesn't just stop at apparel. I'm captivated by an era that made timeless pieces, timeless art, whether it be lipstick holders or compact mirrors or even furniture. Everything that was made back then was meticulously made. It was attention to detail, and that's what I love about antique and vintage things. This is one of my favorite vintage dresses. It's by Diane Fries. It was, I believe it's 1980s. And shoulder pads, we love shoulder pads. So yeah, I love this dress. So my style is pretty much vintage, and within that vintage, I mix designer. I love designer and vintage. It just pairs so well together. One of my favorite designer pieces to get is structured skirts. This one is by Miu Miu. I love to put this with a vintage blouse. This dress is a vintage Jessica McClintock. It's crushed velvet. Well, not crushed velvet, but velvet. I love velvet. It's just so timeless, and it's really classy. It just looks so elegant. You can wear this for Christmas, during the holidays, and to a nice dinner. So yeah. This sweater is vintage Angora. It's so soft, and the color is amazing. Shoulder pads, again, my favorite. So yeah, I just love this sweater with some nice jeans. You could even, don't wear it with black because it'll ruin your life. You'll look like you have pets. But yeah, it's a vintage nightgown or robe. I honestly would wear this with jeans or as a dress. It's floor length and it's a mint green with very pretty rose floral print going through with covered buttons. I am wearing a vintage cardigan with this really pretty pearl brooch with helmet length jeans. It's so warm and cozy. Pretty pearl details. This sweater is just So another one of my mini obsessions is vintage blouse. So I just want to show you this one that I'm wearing. It's from the 1980s. It has a high collar. I live for a high neck. And it has little flowers going through it. It's in a pretty pink. Oh, while we're here, my earrings are also vintage. And I think they're from the 80s as well. So this is it, and these are the sleeves. And I just would love to wear these type of blouses with jeans, basically. Tones it down a little bit and gives me the amount of elegance that I always search for. So that is my blouse. I have a whole collection of them. Different kinds, different prints, different patterns, high neck, tie necks, and all that. So I will be wearing them throughout my YouTube lifespan because that's my go-to outfit, a nice vintage blouse and some jeans.